For example, you got, it was just bread, and then namazambane, and then there's mince, but someone realized that you can actually mix these things and create ikota. And that now became a R1 billion business. It's a matter of looking into the nothingness that seems to be there, and then turning it into a viable, even a scalable business.
During apartheid, Black South Africans were crammed together in townships miles away from the cities. Some residents began to sell staples such as maize meal and cooking oil out of the comforts of their own homes. These informal stores became known as Paza shops. There was always a need to look the part, so a huge influx of businesses, especially salons, were operating straight from people's homes. Once you looked good, you had to have a place to gather with your friends, and the perfect place to connect would be a home-run tavern.
I think the township economy in the 80s was really interesting. And I'm saying interesting because the business ecosystem was different then. Because it was a class thing. There were the business owners, there were the workers, and there was everyone else. And the business owners were the ones who were closer to white people. Therefore, they were closer to the information. That's why I'm at time I see 200 Mercedes. It's not like cars. But because he saw it somewhere else, Mangam Lane. But with that being said, the businesses were run as businesses. It started getting messed up when they died. That's why every township has train shops. And the people who ran those businesses, they were efficient businesses.
People creatively found ways to operate small-scale businesses that were based on a hand-to-mouth model and not run for passion, but for survival and making ends meet. However, few businessmen who knew how to creatively take advantage of the system stood out.
Only post-94, bonke labantu laba who own businesses in the 80s, sokwabo manje. Now they must hand it down to their kids. And now they're handing it down to kids who are the first generation of rich black kids. They don't try to run a business. That's why one kama shop and makas are vacant. And to show that the government doesn't know what to do with the township economy, I got guy one. And now today, 2020, we have our foreign national running that industry. So now we can't come back and say, they didn't come with guns. Why are we vilifying them?
They've taken over more than we can realize, because they can determine the price of anything that you can find in this country. They came and then they used group mentality. And that group mentality used group economics, But they've showed us now that to own a spaza, you shouldn't do it alone. So if there's anything that we must learn from them, is the fact we must do just about every day as a group.
I don't think anyone has realized the township economy's worth as yet. Not the government, not us as people from the township, but people that are seeing something as corporate. Parmalat makes over 5 million a year. I'm a slice with cheese. Now, if they make that much money, how much is the kota industry worth? Because it's just a small piece of the cheese.
The taxi business did it perfectly, but it's a legacy business because it wasn't started by generation year two, say starting from in the 80s. The music industry we're doing well. There are opportunities for us. Currently, record companies are owned by blacks. Amapiano came and rescued these young kids right now who are doing what the youth of 94 was doing, and they are making music, they are going to business, they are creating merchandise. So the music industry, I think we've done well in, and we can still do more.
asikhuluma ngesport kuphela. What did Lokshin culture do? What did thesis do? Because the truth is no one is coming to save us. And anyone who's not us who's coming to the township is coming to take.